everybody. Just gonna wait a few minutes to have you guys jump on and make sure that I can see you. Let me just see. We'll get some people started here and then we'll get going on the video. Today's, I've got a lot of announcements to make, a lot of fun things that I think that you are going to really enjoy. Hi, everyone. If you have questions, I believe Wendy, maybe Tammy, maybe Ginger will be here to answer any questions that you might have. Maybe link up some of the items that I'll be using today. I am going to be using the North Pole kit. This is the little packet that comes with it. When you order the North Pole kit, and it shows you everything that you get in it. Look at all those toppings. And I don't even know how many dies. And there's some small intricate dies in there as well. So it's pretty fun. So you'll definitely want to write that down. It's called the North Pole kit. Maybe somebody will link it in the comments so that you can rush over and get it before it sells out. If it sells out, I don't know how many she has in stock. But you know, due to some of the things that you've seen recently, that stuff does sell out. Her products, Wendy's products, are very popular. So you'll want to get them. Don't leave them in your cart. That does not guarantee that you get that item. You have to actually purchase that item. Hi, everyone. Oh, great. I see that. Oh, I missed your name. That you just ordered the North Pole kit. So maybe this will get you inspired. So in a couple of days, when you get it, you will be able to do some creating. Hi, Mariah. Okay, so there's quite a few people here, and I don't really want to give too much detail until we get a little bit larger of a crowd. I want you to know I should be wearing pink, but I'm wearing Bon Jovi because last week I should have been at the Bon Jovi Bryan Adams concert. So I'm doing a little homage to them today. So if you will, just stay with us for a second and I will get this show rolling. We're going to be using the North Pole kit. Now, this isn't the only Christmas kit. There's two. What is it called? Holidays, maybe? Let me see. I can look it up on my computer really quick for us. I know that today starts the big Christmas in July thing. So it's going to be super exciting. And under the July event, right on the top of the Queen & Company website, I'm looking at it, it says Christmas in July. You click on that, you'll be able to see all of the goodies that Wendy has provided and put together so that you can have some specials for Christmas. And why not? We're all home anyway, right? Or we're trying to stay home as much as we can. Hi, I'm so glad you guys are all here. This is super exciting. I hope to inspire you a little bit today. Hi, Olivia. So we'll get rolling. Again, we are using the North Pole kit. Some of you may have it. Some of you may need to order it. Remember, putting it in your cart does not guarantee that you get it. You have to actually order it. Yeah, Bon Jovi and Bryan Adams together. It was rough canceling. And Zach Brown. We were going to him, and I was going to a play, and I was going to a Red Sox game. So all of that has been refunded, and I am sitting at home scrapbooking with you instead. So, actually, Bon Jovi wasn't today. It was last week. But, okay. Well, there's quite a few of you here, so let's get rolling. I want to tell you two things while you're looking at my face. I am giving away these two border dies. One is the curvy borders and one is the simple borders. See these? Doing a giveaway. All you have to do is comment. So if you've already commented, that's your entry. So you don't have to say anything else but hi or where you're from. I know it's Red Sox opening day. I need to get on the TV. Anyway, I love Bryan Adams too. That was what I was really excited about seeing. So there you go, ladies. These two are a giveaway for today. Now listen, if you order anything today or this weekend, I can't remember how long it's going. Maybe Wendy, you can put that in here. But any order of $50 right now gets these really super, super cool toppings until they run out. And as you guys know, things run out at Queen & Company. So get it while you can. So comment hi that you're here, and this will get you in the entry to win these. And order $50 in product, and you get these really cool toppings. Can you still see me? I'm making sure it's straight, and I can't do it and look at the same time. So if you guys will close your eyes just for a moment. Hi, Greta. I am going to lift you from here. Hi, Lindsay. And I'm going to turn you around so we can get scrapbooking. Okay, let's hope that this is centered where you guys can see it. Oh, I can see my face. I can't see my board yet. It's a little bit of a delayed reaction for me. So if you give me just a second for it to point down here, and I'll see if we are good to go, and then I will start scrapbooking and get you hopefully inspired to get you out there to do some scrapbooking pages or some card pages, whatever suits your fancy. So, okay, I think we're good. And my little bar is hanging above my head, and if I lean too forward, I'll hit my head, but my husband rigged it up for me, and it's actually pretty darn awesome. So, again, today we are using the North Pole kit, and we're going to do this layout. This I did maybe a couple months ago for Wendy for the booth. We're going to recreate it, but this was some time ago. So I'm going to recreate it with different photos so I can stick it in my album and have it twice. Nobody's going to know. My albums are so far apart in date. I'm going to use this year's Christmas, or actually last year's Christmas photo, and this is probably 5 years ago. So they won't be near each other in the album. So why ruin a good thing? If it works, it works. So what I did today, ladies, is I just started with basic cardstock. I cut the white so that I would have a green border, so that it's, I'll cover it. See this little blemish? I'll cover that with a doodad when we get there. So I've tried to prep. I'm trying to keep this clean for you, let you understand how I layer, how I go about putting layouts together with the scrapbooking or with the card kits or the kits that come from Queen and Company. It's pretty easy, actually, and you can add so many more things. So this is the 6x6 notepad that I am going to be using. Oh, look, this one isn't even opened. I want to be careful not to cut any of my fabulous paper. So this here is the 6x6 paper. Look at that gray. Beautiful. All of it is just absolutely beautiful. Look at this one. This one has a lot of detail to it. I didn't use that page. I don't know why. Okay, so these are the paper pads that come with your North Pole kit. To get started, I used some foundation dyes. I know many of you have purchased the older foundation dyes or maybe the new foundation dyes. I'm not using the new ones that just came out, that new bundle that was all the hype last week or so. I have those, but they are not what I'm using today. These are the older foundation dyes. So if you have these on hand, these items, wait till you see how just using these items can create a beautiful scrapbooking layout. So I've already pre-cut because I assumed you guys did not want to see me cranking through my machine. So I just laid those out so you could see. And then I also, see, I cut the strips of paper and the tags, and I did my hat, Santa hat, and the tree, and I did some circles. Now I ran this through my embossing folder. I have an embossing folder with dots, and I know back in the day there used to be paper that was put out that had dots on it already. You may already have that in your stash. Look for it. I hope you can see these. They're pretty cool. So what I did was punched a few of these out, and I backed them with foam tape so you didn't have to see me doing all of that craziness. This is the photo that I'm using today, and I just rubbed my finger across it and scraped Santa's beard. So I haven't closed it on my computer. I'll reprint it and lay it right over the top of that when we get done scrapping live. It's not a big deal. I'll go back, print the same size, leave that right there, and put it on top of it. So oh, look, I am into vintage dishes, if you can't tell. I love to store things or prep things and get things going for you, and sort them out using the vintage dishes. So here is the North Pole kit. Well, here's the stamp set. It's absolutely fabulous. Here comes Santa Claus. Anything you could possibly want to celebrate Christmas. And I just use these plastic sleeves. And I keep all my dies in the front. I keep my stamps in the back. And with my stamps, I keep the acetates so they don't bend. My foams go in a binder that you may have seen in the last live video that I did. But then these are the dies that I've used today. There's quite a few intricate pieces. Look at these eyeballs. Can you see those? And then this is, that little square is the tree trunk. So these are pretty small. I do not want them to get lost. I saw some of you have brilliant ideas with magnetic trays and things like that. I just use little bowls that I have on hand. So these are the guys we are using today. We're gonna do the snowman, or pardon me, the reindeer, and all of his parts and guts are in here. I already did the tree, and I already did the hat. So I'm going to try to see, maybe I'll rig this up a little differently than I did the last time. My photo is different, like I said. When it goes on my album, no one is gonna know that I have two of almost the same kind of layouts, because they're gonna be so far apart in dates, but by the time you look at that, you won't remember that I did it before too. So I dig out some twine. A little trick that I shared with you last time is these twines tend to have a little bend with them when you take them off of the paper cardboard. I just take, this is a kitchen rag, it's a rag for my scrapbooking room. I just take my twine, I don't know if you can see this, I hope you can, and I just rub it through my rag. It dampens it slightly, and if you can see, well, there's one. I do have a bend, but it just straightens everything out. See all these bends? Let's get rid of those. You take a damp rag, not a wet rag, that's why it doesn't matter that I'm touching my paper, and you just run it through your rag over the twine, and all of your lumps and bumps are gone. See that? You can also iron it if you are that fancy. I'm not, so I just use a little bit of water. That's just a tip for you to straighten out that twine. Not sure if it does it automatically with an iron. I'm sure it does too, but I just don't want to take all that time and all that trouble to get out there and go to the other room, iron, and come back. So I'm going to do some placement here. As you can see, it's just a simple white background, but we're going to embellish the heck out of it so that it's beautiful. It looks snowy. Let's see. I'm just going to put things at an angle. And like I said a minute ago, I just layered up some of these. All I did was cut these out and some tags of all the different papers that I used, and different colors, fronts and backs of the papers, and I got all of these layered tag type things that I have here. So I was pretty happy with the outcome of it, and I hope that you're inspired and that maybe you'll get out your North Pole kit or wait for it to come back in stock and grab it. So on the website, you can go into the search bar and click North Pole. Once you get to North Pole, you can go over to the right. It's like over to the right side of the page, and you can enter your email to be notified when it comes back in stock. And that's pretty neat, because sometimes you just have to hunt and search and just wait and stalk the websites to see when in the world things come in. Well, Wendy has placed an option right on there on the website that you can be emailed as soon as it's back in stock, and then hopefully you'll be notified quickly enough to go ahead and grab it the next time it's in. All right, so here, maybe I need to move this guy over a little bit, and I stuck him down pretty well too. Let's see if I can move him over a little without ripping my paper. I'm not trying to be straight. I'm trying to be a little bit wonky here. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and we are going to assemble the reindeer. These are the two toppings that I chose to put inside of his head, if you will. And then these are all the little pieces that I already pre-cut for us. For me, I guess, to show you. So you've got two antlers, the nose, the eyeballs, which are super duper tiny. Where'd that other eyeball go? Oh, right there behind the other one. And then these little tan ovals are the eyeballs, or are the ears, the inners to the ears. So we're going to go ahead and get him assembled. And this is the base that I chose to apply this. I keep on calling it a snowman. Maybe I need to work with a snowman next. With the reindeer. Oh, you hear that squeaking? That's my very old vintage chair. I like old things. This is an old breadboard. So the squeak you hear is the really cool looking chair, but it squeaks. So, all right. Now, I'm going to do just one shaker to show you, and I know that many of you are probably a lot more professional than I am. I do have this little tool by, I think, EK Success, or EK Tools. Cornstarch or powder will do the same thing. This just helps, if you can see, I've got a little bit of powder on my hand. It just helps with static. And I swear to you, this is the best tool you'll ever get if you're going to work with these little tiny bitty things that come in plastic and have been shipped across the country, and they're static. There's no matter what you do, there's some static. So we're going to get started with his head. This guy, I usually like to leave the inside in it when I place it down because I don't want it to get bent out of shape. But this is a pretty solid piece, so it's okay that I remove the insides. You can just peel off the back with the inside in there if you want to make sure that your pieces don't get bent out of position. Now I want to expose my tag circles. And there is holes behind this, if you can see my finger in there. It just happens to be on top of a red dot, so it doesn't look like there is. And then I want to place my snowman. We're just going to call this a snowman. We're going to place my reindeer head right down directly on the tag that I have underneath. Doesn't matter what it looks like, because we're going to add the inside of the reindeer. Look at that beautiful striped paper. Not perfect for a reindeer, but still absolutely fabulous. And then place your inside into the center of his head. And did I mention that I probably won't be able to reply to any of your comments? I have a difficult time talking, creating, and reading comments all at once. So we're going to rely on some of the other staff at Queen & Company to answer any of your questions. So my mom did break her ankle when she was hiking and chewing bubble gum at the same time. So let's hope I don't break an ankle. Okay, I'm going to add some of these really cool brown doodads, the toppings that come with this kit. And look at these snowflakes. Oh, I don't want to lose my acetate piece. If you lose anything, it's going to be the acetate piece. That guy is easy to lose no matter what. You put it down and you just can't see it. Okay, and I'm going to use some of these cream snowflakes that are they're sensational. I just love, there's so much detail in something so tiny. So I just wanted to use insides that were a little different, that coordinated with the color of the item that I'm doing, and that's the reindeer head. So once I get the reindeer head on there, ooh, you guys, I did not powder the inside of my guy. It's not too late. I just don't want my acetate to be all sticky and then all of the gems and bling come up, stick to my plastic, and then bend and get all out of place, and it just doesn't look as pretty as if they're laying down nice and flat. So I put a little bit of powder on my acetate as well. You won't see it, and then you just place this guy down as best you can. And look, I'm not perfect. Mine is over the edge here and over the edge here. All I do is take a pair of really sharp scissors to cut this acetate, run it along the edge of the foam, and just clip it off. You're not going to know, because in a minute I am going to cover it with the outside line, the brown outside part of his body. Remember? You're not even going to see this. So we're going to use the outside of his body. I'm going to apply a thin layer of glue. This is called glue. Sorry about that. So just a thin layer so that it doesn't seep out and mess up your acetate. You definitely don't want that. And try to place this as best you can, because it will show the glue on that acetate if you don't get it straight down there. So just do the best you can. That's all you can do. All right, that is super, super cute. I'm going to add his little bow, I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive or wet glue behind his little bow. And I do want it to, I like dimensions, so I am going to just add the glue right in the center, and then I'm going to flip up his little tie. I think it's adorable. Roll it up just a little so you can see that it's popping up off of his little neck. Super cute. Now, it doesn't have life yet. We are going to add these ears, and I probably should have used, excuse me, I'm sorry. I probably should have added the ears to the back before I added everything down, but I'm going to, you can use wet glue or you can use tape runner. I'm going to lift up a little bit because I don't want any of my guts to spill out, right? I'm going to lift a little with my lifter, and then I'm going to insert his little ear here. Careful not to cover my hole. I don't want that to be covered because I'm going to put some twine all over this layout. Oh, he's coming to life. Look. So now he has 2 ears, or 2 antlers, excuse me. And then you can use these little these things. I'm just going to use my hand. I dampen my little spot on my hand, and then I'll pick it up, and then I will add it right down to the center of his ear, right directly on the acetate. Being careful not to use too much glue because it will seep out, and you don't want that on there. Although this glue does dry clear on acetate, you may see it, so just be careful. All right, so push that back over a little. He's coming together. Now, eye placement, that's always a thing. I mean, it's very difficult to place. Whoa, it's very difficult to place eyeballs. And look what I just did, ladies. And where's that rag that I have from the kitchen? I'm going to try to get this glue up as quickly as I can so you do not see any of that acetate or any of that glue on the acetate. And I think I got it. If I'd have let that dry, I might have been in trouble. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. All right, so mistakes happen, but that's what happens when you scrapbook live or when you're in your real home just playing. You drop things, you lose things, and you know, it's real. It's real life. So I think I'm going to place my eyes. I'm going to do 2 dots, one little one there and one little one there. I don't want them too far apart from each other. And I'm going to, hopefully, they will work with this little pointer. My problem is I cannot, see again, the reason I have a rag or wet wipes, those work as well. I just cannot place these little pieces down. They're so hard for me. And I think they're hard for anyone with fingers. Fingers just, they get in the way, and little things are hard. So that's why they make these tools, if you can use them properly. Unlike myself. Oh, here, let me put my trash can away, in my new trash can. It comes in a little set of like a broom and a lint brush, but look at this trash can, you guys. It's freaking adorable. Anyway, it's in the store, or if it's not in it's in there, you may have to get notified if it comes back in. I'm not sure if it's out of stock, but look how cute that is for your desk to collect all your trash. And I had to have it. When I texted Wendy, I'm like, I need the trash can. You should ask her. It was pretty crazy. I don't want anything else, just the trash can. Okay, so let's keep going. I can bring my layout back now. I can put my goodies away, my toppings. I do, just a little tip, I keep all my toppings in one bag, or if it's a small amount of things, I staple them together. That keeps my kit items together. So I know this all comes from one kit. Okay, let's get this layout back over here. Now, I am a sitter and a stander. I'm going to say I stand 90% of the time when I'm scrapbooking, and I sit 10% of the time. And I don't know why I feel like I need to sit with this part, or I did with the topping, making of the topping. But do you guys sit or do you guys stand? When I go back and look at the comments after I'm done crafting with you guys, I'd love to know, what do you guys do? Okay, there's my layout. That's the base of my layout. It's it's gorgeous on its own, but boy, can it be vamped up even more. So remember those foundation dies? Can't remember what number. 1, 2, 3, or 4. It is not the new ones. I punched a whole bunch of circles, and we are going to add these as great big fat snowflakes. Oh, hold on. Let me get my trash can. I hope you can see it. It's so cute. So I'm just going to start applying these where I think I might want some design, a little bit of snowflakes. And I think with the dots from embossing, I feel like they look like snowflakes. And the color is a little bit different than the white that I have on the background, so they'll pop up even more. And I feel they'll pop up because they're a little bit different color. They have texture to them. And, sorry about that, I just dropped my AirPod or whatever these are called. My son says I don't wear them properly. You probably see them sticking out of my ears. Only cool kids can wear them the right way. So anyway, I need to cover this boo-boo right here. And it looks like I have some glue here too. So that came right off. But that boo-boo needs to be fixed. I'm going to get that before we're done. So I use foam tape, so there's some dimension. And like I said, it's embossed with a circle embossing folder before I ran them through my machine. I did put them. Oh, I put the foam tape on the wrong side of that one. Can I get it off? No. Before you cut them out, I ran them through my embossing folder. So look how cute this is looking. Just big fat snowflakes. I'm loving it. I do. It's so cool. Okay, let's keep going. I think that needs some, so let's get a medium. So I have 4 different size circles. Doesn't matter. I can use all one if I wanted, but I feel like the dimension and the size differences just really look cool. Okay, I think I'm about done because I did 3 of each one. I do like that. I like this. I like that. I think it's looking good. How about another one here? I still haven't covered my mistake. I mean, I have an idea for that, and I'm going to show you. I need another piece of foam tape because I did forget the little circle, and I want to make sure I add that too. I feel like up top needs a little more pizzazz. So let's add this right about here. Okay, I like them. I'm sticking them. I still have that mistake. Well, not mistake, but that stuff that's on my layout. We're going to take care of that in a minute. Right now, we're going to go to the twine. And I'm going to stand back up for this. I'm telling you, I can't decide what I want to do. And remember, I straightened out my twine with a damp rag, and it just took all the bumps out. Now, this is the tricky part. I want to connect all 3 of these tags. So I did put my twine on a needle. I felt like that would help me with the end of it. I want to go, I think I want to go under. I want to pick up both of those tag circles. So I'm going to go under here. All right, now I need to figure out how we're going to do this. If anyone wants to come over and help, come on over. All right, let's see. So I want to give myself enough space to do my little looping and all of that, but I don't want to waste any twine, so I'm keeping it on the roll. I can always pull it back, but I want to make sure that I have enough, if that makes sense. So the last layout I did live for you, I showed you how I let the twine fall where it wants to go. I may force it in a direction, but like this one doesn't want to go this way, you can tell. So it kind of wants to go this way. You can help it along, but you don't want to really force it, and then because if you do, your loops aren't going to look natural, and you want to make sure you have natural loops. Oh my goodness, this is going to be the longest part of this whole video. And as you can tell, I have no problems talking to myself. Ask my husband. I obviously talk in my dreams as well. Okay, now I need to go back and I need to pick up this tag. So let's get that one from the Christmas tree. All right, and what's going on here? I don't want two loops on top of each other. What did you do? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's cute. Let's leave that. I'm okay with all of this. Maybe I don't have enough, so I'm going to straighten this out a little on my needle, have a little less waste. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to come through my deer, the 2 circles on my deer. I want to make sure I get both of those tags. Slide that out without hurting the deer. Bring it up, and this looks a little too tight for me. It doesn't look natural, so I'm going to loosen it a bit. Tighten it a bit, loosen it a bit, whatever works for you. I may need to glue that guy down. He just wants to stick up for dimension. This might be too much. We'll figure this out. Okay, and then I want it to roll a little more over here on the end of the deer. So that is pretty much how my twine will lay. I like this one here a lot. That's sticking. Do you think that's too much? I think it's okay. I just want it to look like a sleigh, like you're going through this snowstorm. So I'm going to cut the end off here. I did pretty well. Whoops, these are my scissors for sticky stuff. I cut foam tape with these. Usually don't cut anything else. These are my grungy scissors. Really nice scissors. I never cut with sticky stuff. So this will cut my twine perfectly without any hiccups. So I do recommend that you only cut with 1 pair of scissors, all your gooky, sticky, whatever it is. And then I want to make sure that I get this one cut off too. And then I can put my needle away. That might be too much. I can trim some of that off. Maybe I want to come down to here. I maybe don't want that much over there. So I didn't waste anything but a little tiny piece of twine by keeping it on the roll and working with it that way. I highly recommend that you do that, because if you go and you cut a great big piece, it may not be the size you want. You need more, you need less, you've overcut. So now let's go ahead and I'm just going to secure these loops so when I do put them in my scrapbooking albums, they're not going to get caught and get messy. Now remember, this glue dries dries clear, so any of the glues do. Most of the glues do. You can use the Queen & Company sheer glue. This is pretty amazing. Just drop a doppel there, and I feel like you should do a dollop of sour cream. Okay, so you know that commercial, dollop of daisy? So you just keep tacking down your loops and your twine where you want them to stay, kind of where they crisscross, maybe where they lift a little. They don't need much glue. Now, I overdid the glue here. When it gets done and it dries, you won't even see it. And there we go. And I'm going to get that one right in there. So it looks natural. It's not, I didn't fight it. It's not forced. That's pretty much how you want to do twine if you're a twine worker, if you work with twine. So I think they're adorable. Now I feel like there's a little bit more that we can add, and I'm going to show you 2 things. Now, I'm not sure. On my last layout that I did, I'll use these pinwheels. You may have these in your stash. I think they're available in a bundle. Maybe we can check that really quick. Wendy, if you're here, if you don't mind, or actually, let me do it right. Pinwheel. Let's see. Oh, they're available every color, and well, almost every color. And then you can get it in a bundle, so it's on sale. It's like $2 off if you get the whole bundle of pinwheels. And there's no reason you don't want to color. All the colors are fabulous. So you can use these pinwheels, and these are the newer item. They're called ice flowers. Check these out. They're almost diamondy. Aren't they cute? I didn't have these when I did the original layout, or I would have used them. So I'm going to go ahead and attach some of these pinwheels, because what do they look like? Snowflakes. So we're gonna pop them all over the page. I don't have a problem adding lots of things to my pages. You can obviously tell. I think it all, oh, look at the boo-boo. I'm gonna cover it up with a pinwheel. I just think it adds dimension, pizzazz, and there's no reason. If I saved these, what would I use them for next time? You know, I used to save things. I'll use that later. I love it. I can't use it on this one. I love it so much. Well, then I find out that I don't like it anymore, or it's out of date, or there's better things, and then I never used it. So I am gonna go around and place a few of these ice flowers. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. There's no reason not to add some more bling. Maybe these are just smaller snowflakes. Do you think that's enough? I think so. I think it looks great. Look at that. We've created a layout. So listen, there's a bunch of stuff in the store for this July, Christmas in July business that Wendy has going on. Everything ships in August. It will not ship today or tomorrow. Remember, if you go in there and you get the new bling items that Wendy has, there's new toppings, there's new Christmas sets of bling. All of those things will be shipping soon. They don't ship right now. So make sure that you get over there, get those in your cart and purchase, and then it'll ship later. Putting something in your cart does not guarantee that you get that item. You have to actually purchase it. And don't forget, there's also a side note on every item. If it's out of stock, you can be notified for when it comes back in stock. They'll email you right away. If you've made a comment today, you have been entered into this giveaway. I will get your address from you and we will send you these borders. And any order through this Christmas in July, any order over $50, you'll get these beautiful toppings as long as they last. So until they run out, and they're pretty cool. And there's the snowmen. Maybe I needed those guys today. But look at these white ones. I like those. Those would have been perfect for today's layout. So here's the layout again. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're inspired. I hope you didn't get sick of me babbling. I do have to go back, reprint this photo because of Santa's beard, and I will put it out on the page for you guys to see and be inspired by. Copy it if you want to, if you've got the foundation dies, or you may have punches, circle punches that you've got in your stash somewhere. Dig those out. Make your own snowflakes. Well, I do appreciate you guys coming by today. Very much so. I will add my Instagram page so that you can check out some other items that I've created for Queen & Company. And I will see you again. I promise. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.